The Sun Cryst. This was an artifact that was introduced late in the events of Final Fantasy XII. In fact, it was only mentioned a handful of times before the events at the Pharos Lighthouse, but this artifact serves a far more important purpose in Ivalice's history than initially portrayed. For those who are aware, the Sun Cryst is a crystal said to contain a powerful source of magic. In fact, it is the Sun Cryst's emittance of energy that gives the Pharos the qualities of a lighthouse. But what exactly is it? What purpose did it serve in the history of Ivalice? And more importantly, why was it hidden from the knowledge of the Humes? We will discover this and more as we delve on the topic of the Sun Cryst. Before I begin, I would like to remind you all that I am continuing to publish TikToks and YouTube shorts covering various lore topics across video games, not just Final Fantasy. Hopefully there is a game I cover that some, if not most of you enjoy and perhaps wish to see future videos on. I will link my TikTok and make sure you check out the Shorts tab as I upload every 2 to 3 days around 8 AM PST. I'm also planning to start up my Discord again, so be sure to join if you want to be involved in conversations and just to hang out. I've also gone to Reddit and checked out some posts for Final Fantasy and other games, and I do take prompts from those posts and make videos from them, so be on the lookout for those for future video ideas. I will also be streaming Final Fantasy X on Twitch next Sunday from this upload at 9 AM PST, so make sure you are following me there and come tune in. Alright, that was a lot to cover. Let's start. The Sun Cryst was created as part of the Occurian's plan to ensure the timeline of Ivalice fell to their liking. They are aware that the inhabitants of the planet have been subjected to internal conflict in the past, so they would choose a dynasty king to unite all the kingdoms into one banner and eliminate anyone who resists, such as to maintain peace in Ivalice. However, the Occurian are the type to operate behind the scenes. Besides possibly meeting with their chosen dynasty king, they do not make contact or even set foot in Ivalice as they consider themselves the gods, and as such, above directly dealing in the affairs of the world. Instead, they would instruct the appointed king to cut shards from the Sun Cryst using a sword crafted by them specifically designed to cut from the powerful artifact. When the dynasty king obtains a shard from the Sun Cryst, they officially become the dynasty king and are given power to unite Ivalice. This was recorded at least once in Ivalice's history when King Wraithwall was selected as the dynasty king. He was given the Sword of Kings by the Occurian, which was used to cut 3 shards from the Sun Cryst: the Dusk Shard, the Dawn Shard, and the Midlight Shard. It would seem that while perhaps 1 shard would be enough to symbolize the rule of the dynasty king, as well as the sword forged from the Occurian, King Wraithwall had cut 3 and had granted them to the kingdoms of Dalmasca and Nabradia, 2 important members of the Galtean Alliance. The name King Wraithwall had bestowed upon his united kingdom in Ivalice. Perhaps the reason the amount of shards were cut was to perhaps symbolize the powerful kingdoms of Ivalice at the time of the Dynasty King's appoint, but that's a speculation for another video. When the events of Final Fantasy XII begin, the quest starts with the search of the 3 shards, which was being pursued by Dr. Cid upon his realization that the shards contain great powers, as well as Ashe, who sought the Dawn Shard as part of her family heirloom to unite Dalmasca and create an army to match the growing power of Arcadia. In order to obtain more power of the source, Dr. Cid had lured Ashe into Giravagan to discover the location of the Sun Cryst. In the process, the Occurian had chosen Ashe to become their dynasty king to stop Vena in Arcadia and had given her the Treaty Blade, her weapon to use to cut shards from the Sun Cryst, as well as revealing the location of the crystal. When the party finally reached the Pharos Lighthouse, the home of the Sun Cryst, they had their final showdown with Dr. Cid, who sought to obtain more of the Cryst's power to advance his research, but was defeated in battle by the party, and led to his ultimate death, preventing him from obtaining more power from the Sun Cryst. However, before he passed, he integrated the 3 shards of King Wraithwall into the Sun Cryst, and the resulting mist emanating from it was used to charge the Sky Fortress Bahamut, a powerful weapon fortress used in great effect against the resistance in the final battle of the game. The merging of the shards also had consequences, however, as the Sun Cryst destabilized, and to prevent a discharge that would have destroyed Ivalice, Redis took the Sword of Kings and struck the Sun Cryst, destroying it and himself in the process. The destruction of the Sun Cryst signals the end of Occurian rule over the events of Ivalice, as they no longer had the source of power to appoint dynasty kings. This mysterious artifact is one of many objects in Ivalice that contains a shroud of mystery, and little is covered on its qualities, but yet it serves a large purpose in the grand scheme of Occurian throughout Ivalice's past. Perhaps this shroud of mystery and obscurity is a good thing, as the power of the stone in the hands of the wrong people could deal massive destructive capabilities upon their enemies and even the entire world. Let me know what you think. How much did you know about the Sun Cryst prior to this video? Did you learn anything interesting? Are there details I may have missed? Let me know in the comment section below, and leave a like in the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you wish to see more video game lore. Make sure to check out my TikTok for the short lore videos and follow me on Twitch for the live streams. Other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and I will see you all soon.